If you currently live in Florida now, I'm going to give you a few reasons in today's video of why you should welcome newcomers to Florida, because I see a lot of people saying in the comments, don't move to Florida, it's too hot here, it's already too crowded, we don't want Democrats living here, all these other crazy things that people are saying, and I'm going to push back on that today. The first reason why you should welcome newcomers to Florida, it's because there's nothing you can do about it. Okay? People are going to be moving here no matter what. They're going to be moving here whether you like it or not. So it's going to be much harder for you to fight it every step of the way than to just embrace it and accept your new neighbors and try to get to know them and get along with them rather than fighting it tooth and nail, stressing yourself out, becoming enemies with everybody, and living a miserable life. Because whether you like it or not, they're here, and unless you're gonna leave, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Here's another thing. When people move here, it stimulates the economy in a lot of different ways, and I'm gonna give you some examples here. They bring with them money, and they buy houses, which in turn increases the demand for houses in your neighborhood, which ends up raising your property value. So I think that's probably a good thing, right? You don't want your property value going down. Also, if there's not enough housing in the area, Florida's pretty good at building new housing, unlike California, where they're just kind of maxed out and it's like, well, the price is just going to keep going up instead of building new stuff. Here, we're pretty good at building new housing. So if they start building new housing in your area, that's also going to stimulate the economy by creating new jobs that weren't there before in the construction field, in the architecture field, in the logistics field, in the medical field, in the retail field, in the restaurants field. Because when new housing goes up, so do a bunch of other stores, restaurants, and services that people need surrounding it, because if it wasn't there before, they need to have it now, and now there's going to be a stronger demand for it because there's people living there, which stimulates the economy in the area that you live in. Now, the only reason I could see this would be a bad thing for you is if you live in a rural area in Florida and you want to keep it that way, and then all of a sudden there's a bunch of new development happening around. Well, obviously that's going to suck, and I can understand why you wouldn't want people moving there, because the whole reason you live in the middle of nowhere is to get away from everyone in the first place. So you're the only person I'm talking to. If that's you in your situation, that's like the exception to the rule, if you ask me. But like people that live in major cities like me, like here in Miami, or if you live in Tampa or Orlando or Jacksonville and those areas, like you can't complain about new people moving to the area. People move there because there's opportunity. And just like I said in my video about leaving California, people are leaving California because it's too expensive there. The opportunities that are there aren't worth the cost of living anymore. So they're coming to places like Florida because here we still have those opportunities available. So you can't blame people for wanting to make their lives better and for wanting to come to a place where it's not insanely expensive and they still want to live a nice quality of life without breaking the bank. Guys, if you are liking this video so far, make sure that you are subscribed, and you might as well just hit the like button because I'm going to be making a lot more videos and you'll be seeing them as soon as they come out. Another reason you should welcome new people is particularly if you are a business owner here in Florida. If there's new people moving to your area, guess what? You just landed yourself a bunch of new customers, people that have never heard of your business before, opportunities to grow your business and make more money. So if people are moving to your area, that's a huge opportunity for you to expand your current business and make money off the people that are moving there instead of complain about it. Another one is that there's a good chance that you yourself are probably not from Florida and you moved here. I know there are native Floridians, of course, and probably some of you out there are watching, so this is also kind of exempt for you as well. But a lot of people, even like myself, have moved here at some point. They're not really from here, and how can you blame somebody else for wanting to give themselves that same opportunity? Can't you remember back to a time when you had the dream of moving somewhere where it's warm all year and living in a place like this and near the beach and all of that stuff, you know, going fishing every day? Put yourself in their position. You know, people who are freezing up north or live in the middle of nowhere like I did, or are just tired of their boring town and they want somewhere new for a change, or whatever the case may be, how can you really blame them for wanting to come here and start a new life? I'm sure you probably felt like that in the past too. Believe it or not, you also might start making friends with some of these new people who are moving to your town, because especially if you live in a smaller town in Florida, you probably know everyone already, and this is a good opportunity to make new friends. And of course, the people who are exempt from this are people who really don't want more friends or don't need more friends. Fine, I get that. But there's a lot of people out there who are lonely in the world, and I'm guessing a good amount of them are right here in Florida. And so if there are new people moving to your town, then every day that gives you a new opportunity to meet someone who you didn't know before and possibly develop a lifelong friendship, or possibly even find a dating partner, whether you're looking for a man or a woman or whatever the other sexes are now. There's probably somebody moving here that meets that criteria for you. You should also take pride that you yourself live in a place that's actually desirable enough for people to actually want to move to instead of flee, because there are a lot of places that people are fleeing now to go to other places. And the fact that you chose a good place to live, it says something about you as a person, you know? And so other people are just trying to follow in your footsteps in a way. So you can almost look at yourself as like a pioneer, like, hey, I did this first, and the reason why everybody else wants to do it is because it's a good idea. It validates your decisions that you've made in the past of moving here or growing up here and deciding to stay here and plant your roots here in Florida. You know, obviously it says something about you as a person, that you know how to make good sound choices in life, and how could you blame anybody else for wanting to make those good sound choices as well? Now, if you're someone watching that hasn't moved to Florida yet, but you're thinking about moving here, then go ahead and check out my other video right over here. It's all about who should not move to Florida, because there are a group of people that shouldn't move here. So make sure you don't fall into that category before you move here and make a big mistake. So go ahead and check out that next video, and I'll see you guys over there.